I honestly didn't want to fully make this video after I played the Star Wars Battlefront collection. I didn't want to hop on the hate, but it needs to be talked about, and that's because you shouldn't buy the Star Wars Battlefront collection. Yet, especially if you have the originals, it just isn't worth what they're asking for by far. Now, the gameplay, again, I've not played online, so my experience is going to be very different from the vast majority of people. I understand the people's disappointment with only 3 servers being available at launch. It doesn't matter that was a bug. That it's just it was wrong, and they should have done a way better job. They should have expected more people to play. There's also no cross-play, which doesn't make sense. You know, the 9th generation of consoles is in their middle of their life, so they still have plenty of time left. You know, and they're more than capable of keeping up with PCs. And I think even the Xbox ones has mouse and keyboard support. I'm not sure about the PlayStation 5, but like, yeah, they could have done it. It might have been difficult to balance things out, you know, keep controller players with controller, or have them opt in to allow them to play with mouse and keyboard. Battlefront Collection does do some things right. And I think that's something that people aren't talking about. Yeah, it does a lot of things wrong. There are plenty of issues that need to be fixed, and they shouldn't have launched it in the state that it is. And again, I recommend that you not buy it, and I'm debating on returning my copy until they have fixed the issues, or until it's it's at a better price, because it is not worth what they're charging it for. Now, some of the things that they fixed is they fixed how the starfighters feel in Star Wars Battlefront 1. They feel a lot better. They feel a lot easier to control. Ironically enough, one of the most common criticism of this collection is the sensitivity. That the sensitivity seems too low. But go back and play the originals on the starfighter. And if you're controlling your pitch and your yaw by using your mouse, I think you're gonna dread it, just like I did when I picked up the originals for the reviews years ago, like a year ago or so. It just feels so bad, and they fixed that to an extent. And I do understand that people are still upset about it. How it seems weird for the FPS segments. Yeah, there is some issues there, but again, like, it does feel marginally different. Ironically enough, when I played it, it felt more like the PlayStation 2 version to me than it did the original PC version. So I'm like, this is such a weird sensation. It's kind of like not Battlefront, Bioshock. It's kind of like Bioshock, when I played it on mouse and keyboard, and I'm like, there's just something off about this. And so, you know, I haven't played the collection on controller, so I don't know if that's going to be a better experience. But from what I hear, that is where some of the issues are coming in with sensitivity, is mainly on the controller side. And the lack of button customization on controllers as well. Yeah, it just kind of sucks. They did miss the ball. They messed up. But is it nice to play these again? Yeah. Is it that visually different from the originals on PC? No. Is there extra content? Yes. Is some of it stolen? Yes. Allegedly. They're, they like, technically it doesn't it doesn't belong to the modders either. Again, legally questionable, because but they should have at least credited them, even if they didn't wind up putting their content into the completed game, even though there's evidence that suggested that they did. They should have at least went like, hey, we use these guys and girls, because I don't know who created all the different mods. We use their stuff as a baseboard to kind of figure out how this would work, and then we made it our own, or we left it in, which we did. Again, there's not really much the mod authors can do if they did leave it in, because legally it's a gray area. But at least credit them and say, hey, they're the ones that kind of got this working for us. And because there has been an active modding community, and that's what's kept the originals going for so long, even though, again, the official servers were closed for a time. I played it for the first time yesterday, and then I played it again today. I played the campaign today on Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 1 just to see how that would feel. The streamer mode seems to... There was a patch this morning, so again, I don't know what it was like yesterday, because yesterday I just played instant action. But as of today, the 19th of March, 2024... It is better. So what streamer mode does, it does seem to work. It cuts music down to a minimum. It cuts some of the cutscenes as well, at least in Battlefront 1. In Battlefront 2, they seem to have fixed the ending cutscenes. Even in streamer mode, it shows both. The only thing that I think it does in streamer mode, again, is cut music, which is good. So this is very much live, active story. And they did post a patch this morning. And they did fix a bunch of things. It's a lot of money to have for a game that... a collection that I don't know how often I'm going to be playing. If you don't have the originals, wait for this for a couple of months and then consider buying it instead of the originals. Wait for it to be on a good sale. Wait for it for other people to update and say, hey, look, this is fixed now, this is good. I personally, even though I have issues with it, it is better for modern players than the originals. Out of the box, it works easier. You don't have the graphical problems if you use an NVIDIA card without installing external DLLs. You don't have the resolution issues. They included the console version of the Battlefront 2 launch menu, which I like. I don't like that it starts on no sound. The selection, I would have liked something, but I also appreciate that in a way, because, well, if I'm streaming, hey, this is my live reaction of Star Wars Battlefront, and then instantly John Williams is on there, I'm going to be like, oh crap, I need to go and turn this off as quickly as I can. Whereas that you can turn that on, you go in, yeah, it plays for a little bit, but then you can go in and turn it off inside. And that's one thing I like about the streamer mode. It does seem to work now, but I have heard and seen complaints that it didn't before, and it was playing like the Cantina band and stuff in levels, and people getting strikes for that, because that stuff is very highly registered on that. So should they have done better? Absolutely. Should you wait to purchase it? Yes. Will I return it? I think I will. I'm going to put a poll on my YouTube community page to have you guys vote on whether I should return it or not. Again, I don't fully support giving them my money right now, but I do kind of want to see where this goes. But maybe I should just return it and then buy it later. But this is a fairly interesting story to watch. I know it's oversaturated in the YouTube market, but I was hoping you guys would be interested in what I think and what I'm thinking. And also check out my X account and my Steam page, because I got stuff coming up on those things that I don't always post on here. Again, just kind of like thoughts and ideas, and interact with me there, ask questions. I do have a Reddit page, but you don't have to, I'm thinking about getting rid of it until I have a bigger audience. I just don't think I have, connect with me on the small stuff first, the more important stuff. Steam is important to me because I want to try to get, I do reviews and stuff on there that I don't do videos of. So yeah, check that out, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.